52% in violent crime. I mean, you'd think a SWAT team guy would know that.
He's, fairly educated, that guy was just reading off a script.
Oh, yeah, the whole thing, yeah.
The crime around here is way down. Everybody's got a concealed carry permit. Nobody messes with anything. And if there is crime, it's just petty break-in stuff.
I know. The only places you have out-of-control crime are big cities. And the Austin Police Department overall does a really good job trying to focus on crime, in my experience. But they've been kind of covering up shootings and racial attacks downtown. Because I know folks that live down there, and it's getting creepy. Because here's the deal. This country's collapsing. Only 3 cities in the U.S. are really growing fast. Atlanta, Austin, and one other, I forget, that are top 10 cities. Austin's doubled the last 10 years. So it's not just people coming for jobs. Criminals, and I saw a statistic on this a few months ago in the Statesman, are flooding here. Irving, Texas is the other one growing fast. They don't need to cover up the fact that there's a lot of criminals coming here. The Austin Police Department needs to be honest about it. I appreciate your call. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I grew up in Dallas, folks. I know what serious criminals look like and act like, and I'm starting to see them. And I didn't used to see a lot of that, and it's creepy. Just thank God I got a gun in my car. Let's talk to Michael in Kentucky. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex. I haven't talked to you in a while. Great show.
Thanks. What's on your mind?
I think a lot of being a veteran, Army, and there's a lot of us that are out here that, we get a little long in the tooth, and we worked real hard to get to where we're at, whether it's, to do the right thing, let's go through the educational system, get a degree, get on with work, try to be a professional, raise your family, et cetera, and we play by the rules. And all of a sudden, you look at a system that no longer plays by socioeconomic norms or anything like that.
They've broken the social contract with us.
Absolutely. And they've done it to all of us. My father, who was a veteran, lived out in Florida, and the VA got him. And all those things, and this is what I want to say to all my veteran brothers and sisters, is that you be ever mindful of what they're doing, and keep a list and check it twice. Be Santa Claus here, because when it all kicks off, we get to give gifts. And it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming. And the issue is that it's probably going to happen in the urban, suburban areas. They're going to come after weapons. They're going to come after people. That's going to be the first strike. And boy, I tell you what, when they come out here to the country, though, it's going to get ugly for them.
Well, they're going to cut off the resources first of the country and try to starve everybody out, identify who's who. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Really, really good points you make. And look, here's the deal. The globalists are anti-human. They want to replace us with machines. They want us to act like machines. They're anti-family, anti-woman. So who are they going to hate first? Warriors. They're going to hate the guardians of humanity, the protectors of men and women and children. They loathe people that are honorable. They loathe men that aren't cowards. That's why in every regime, when Hitler took over finally, he exterminated a bunch of the top military and even low level. I mean, it's the same purge over and over again. Once they take over, they go after the veterans. This has happened in every authoritarian country. Happened in communist China, happened under Pol Pot. It's happened throughout history. And this is not a fight anybody asked for. I, myself, am a veteran of the info war. They're going to come after me, folks. They're going to come after Ron Paul, so many others. People like Matt Drudge at the top of the list, Joseph Farah. Anybody that they know is a true believer. We played Pentagon clips yesterday where they said they're scared. And they admitted we're educated, highly motivated, and are moral. They don't like moral people. They don't like the fact that we stand for something because we won't fall for their takeover. And the people that sell out to this, you fell for the con. You're not going to have any future either, you idiots. God bless you, sir. I appreciate your call. We're going to come back and talk to a bunch of other folks straight ahead. Stay with us. More calls coming up.
Harvest Right is the world's first in-home freeze dryer. Freeze dry your own fruits, vegetables, meats, and full meals. With Harvest Right, you can prepare foods that last 25 years, preserving its freshness, nutrition, color, and taste. All your food can be freeze-dried. So don't throw away your leftovers. Freeze-dry them with this incredible in-home money-saving freeze dryer. Go to HarvestRight.com to see how the Harvest Right freeze dryer works. That's HarvestRight.com.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to generate an endless supply of natural silver solutions. SilverLungs.com. You'll find no wild claims or pseudoscience, just a lifetime of nano-sized pure silver solutions. The Silver Lungs generator allows you to make your own, so stop paying for silver solutions. The unique lung delivery system targets respiratory infections where other silver solutions simply cannot reach. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at SilverLungs.com. That's SilverLungs.com.
In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operations.
You let the worst people get controlled and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime Directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
I don't know what he is except a conspiracy theorist.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun and you can feel it.
Clean your house. It's a mess. I'm Tisha Cassida, and I'm running for Congress in Colorado. I stand for ending the police state, protecting your property, the Second Amendment, abolishing legal tender laws, no GMOs, and no fluoride. Let's start a fight. Go to Cassida2014.com now. I need and appreciate your support. Please consider donating some of your hard-earned fiat currency to help me fight. Tisha Cassida at CASIDA2014.com. Paid for by the committee to elect Tisha Cassida to Congress.
The best free fuel stoves on the market for disasters and survival are Silverfire. Its Clean Cook stove technology allows you to pasteurize emergency drinking water, cook a meal, or sanitize your cookware with just twigs. A U.S. veteran-owned company, Silverfire's mission is emergency and recreation cooking products. Made of quality stainless steel, Silverfire's wide line of indoor and outdoor models range from solo backpack models to large family units. Cook cleanly and for free. Get yours today at silverfire.us. That's silverfire.us.
Warnings of an American collapse hit us nearly every day. Gear up while you still can with Infidel body armor. Don't spend between $500 and $600. Infidel is available for just $374.99 with free shipping within the U.S. Made in America and legal in all 50 states. Resist tyranny with Infidel body armor. Buy yours today at InfidelBodyArmor.com. Spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel body armor. Just won't quit.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Segment, we got breaking news on multiple fronts. Italian member of parliament, of EU Parliament, Bilderberg is the root of all evil. Paul Watson will be interviewing him coming up in a few weeks at Bilderberg. He's planning to go cover it. And this MEP actually got arrested once trying to cover it in Switzerland, and Watson was there as well. We're sending David Knight and Josh Owens to Copenhagen, Denmark. Hard to believe it's already Bilderberg time in less than 10 days, they're going to be out there covering it. It's at the end of May, into the 1st of June. We're going to have live video feeds from there and so much more. We are the media, folks. We are the future of the media. We go to the NSA building. We go to the secret military training camps with our great reporters. then we have another video coming up in audio. I'm going to break down the just broken Infowars.com video. Border Patrol attempts to seize phone from Libertarian filming inland checkpoint stop. I don't know if it's, quote, a weapon. That's the new thing. Again, 100 miles in, the illegals are being legalized by fiat, but the Border Patrol is now a domestic police force. And I'm not bashing the Border Patrol. They do a lot of good work. They got a tough job. My experience, they don't act super arrogant, which is just what, what I don't like. But they have been beating people up and stuff. It's just out of control, so that's all coming up. Right now, let's go back to your calls. Carl in Washington, thanks for holding. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, Alex?
Loud and clear, buddy. What's your take on the feds openly saying and the police saying they're training for war with their new enemy, not Al-Qaeda? Enemy number one is veterans. What do you think of that?
I think it sucks, but for all the sacrifices that all of us have given, I wanted to say something, Alex, and I think most of the war veterans will agree with this, that they have a right to be afraid of veterans, and that's what I found out when I was in Vietnam, but what I found out was when you're faced with dying or living and these types of things, you find out who you really are. It's easy to talk about it when you're sitting home and how bad you might be or whatever. And most of these policemen, it's kind of a warning, I guess I'm saying, is it's one thing to train, it's another thing to face the music. And most of the veterans, to say that they're not afraid, I think they've just learned how to act, or they know who they are under that fear. So I'm calm. I'm like you are. I'm not going to roll over. I'm not going to give it up. If I got to die, I will die doing this, as opposed to allowing them to march me into a FEMA camp or whatever they choose to do.
It'll be an emergency center for your safety. Just remember, there's going to be a lot of psyops in all this as well. But I don't want to talk about it like it's foregone. If we don't stop it, it's just going to be so horrible.
I want to stop it. I don't want this to happen. But I had one question I wanted to ask you. Do you think that this American Spring will make any kind of a difference?
You know, I've seen this whole American Spring thing, and it happened this weekend, and really nothing happened. And I think as it's uncoordinated, and because it is so grassroots, it's easy for some, bad parties that I've seen pop up in the past to try to, hijack it and control it. And, it's just really hard to say Americans are going to stop following orders and go protest everywhere. I think we should all just be doing that constantly, but mainly talking to friends, talking to family, going to the State House, calling talk radio, calling C-SPAN, saying no, civil disobedience. If you think something's unconstitutional or you're going bankrupt and can't pay all these taxes that are too high, the elite don't pay taxes. I'm not saying don't pay. I'm saying make your own decision. Start, not going along. I mean, if the illegals don't pay taxes most of the time and are above the law, why should you pay them all when you can't pay them? I mean, it's really, and I never used to talk like that. It's getting to a point where it's just the system's so lawless and so evil that it's totally illegitimate, and to follow its orders are suicidal. But there are a lot of good people I know involved. People keep asking me for like a month. It's here, the American Spring, the American Spring. Well, the Arab Spring was a globalist, Google-funded, stir up the Muslims to overthrow their countries, to put in Al-Qaeda, and to have Saudi Arabia take over all those countries. That's not a good idea. I'm not saying people are bad that want to, go out and call it an American Spring. It's kind of like Anonymous has the government involved in some of it, but most of Anonymous is good. I'm just saying anything like that, it's easy to say you're part of a group that's ambiguous and then have something slapped on you. So that's where I stand, basically, on that. It's just like all these calls. Hey, we're going to have trucks block D.C. and all this stuff, and then it doesn't really happen. It all smells bad to me. Just when something smells bad, I don't promote it. If you hear me not promoting something, it's because my gut tells me stay away from it. We'll be right back.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.